So once you understand purpose, you are elevated to that position where you can lead others. So God says what? He says that I should be the minister of Jesus Christ. That's why I'm saying, do you know your purpose in your family? Do you know your purpose in this church? Do you know your purpose in campus? As a student, you have a purpose in that campus. And God's number one purpose for your life, He's telling us here, is to be a minister. In other words, God wants you to make your life a tool for His plan in every place and environment. Exactly. Why? Because like we are saying, purpose is the reason for a thing. Purpose is the why something exists. Why do you exist? Why were you born in that family? Why were you born in that family where there's been so much challenges to go to school? Why do you think God made you to be born in that family where you're the only girl, where you're the only boy, where you are the only child, where to go to school it took God? Why were you born in that family? You see, when you understand purpose, you start living. Importantly, what's your purpose? You were born to be a minister. You were born to be a minister. To be a minister of Jesus Christ. That is God's number one purpose for your life. You were born to be a minister. And like I say, to be a minister, it means you were born for a purpose. Now, what is that purpose? To save, to minister God's plan, God's purpose to your generation. That's what you're here for. You are here to represent God to your world. You came from God. Look at what God told Jeremiah. He says, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. That means before you were born, God knew you. God was with you. And that's where your purpose comes from. I once met a young lady that was so annoyed with her mother that she literally didn't want to have anything to do with her mother. She says, I hate my mother, Pastor. I said, why? She says, my mother never took me to school. I said, look, if your mother really hated you, you would not even be alive today. Because when you were a baby, she had every opportunity to kill you. Haven't you heard of mothers that took their child and dumped their child at an orphanage? So many of them have done that. Others literally dumped their child in a pit latrine. How many of you have ever heard of that? Exactly, you see. So, regardless of the kind of family you come from, you are born in that family for a purpose. You are God's weapon to bring God's purpose to your family. You've got to know that. Why? That's why He says that I should be a minister. That I should be a minister.